Hi, I'm Jackie. This is a live recording of one of my over 50s classes at my studio, which is in Busselton, Western Australia. It's working on your hip flexors and extensors, so loosening up your hips for basically walking more freely. So if you want to walk more freely, you should put the time in. I know it's a long time, 70 minutes on YouTube, but if you do put the time in, you'll feel amazing. You'll feel like you're walking more freely, unless you overstretch, but I'm sure you won't overstretch. If it's too easy for you, if it gets too easy, this video, then the one I'm putting up next week onto YouTube is actually the all levels class, which has some more experienced students in it. So that's the harder one, but this is the easier one to start with. But once you find this class easy, try the one I'm putting up the next upload along, which will be next week. And you'll be doing the splits in no time. You'll be so flexible. So I hope you do it and enjoy how you feel. Thank you. Body today. Weight equal to your feet. Hi. Everybody got a mat? 2 blocks will help. At home, a chair will be fine as well. Or here, if you're a bit stiff and your back feels a bit stiff, a chair is easier than 2 blocks. There's lots of chairs here too. So standing up straight, make a promise to get it right for your body. This is gentle yoga, and I'll try to keep it gentle, but there will be a few harder options because some of you can do a bit more. So first, you might have one hand on the wall if you need, swinging one leg. So it's fine to go grab a chair or go near the wall and keep your core switched on a little bit. Keep your eyes steady, horizontal gaze, so don't look down. And this is stability in a standing leg and mobility in a swinging leg, the hip. And we need to work on both those things, of course. I'm trying to promote healthy aging in our joints. And then the other leg. I'm sorry, I forgot your name again. Sam. Sorry, Sam. So other leg now, swinging. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on Zoom. Bev, Denise, Trudy, Linda and Moira. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 of you here. Okay, and this is abduction, adduction. You could do it at the wall, or if you want to work on balance, the middle of the room. Keep the standing legs solid. Keep the chest lifted. And abduct and adduct. Don't look at the floor. Try to look at the wall in front of you. Solid through the standing leg. Nice and stable there. And then the other leg. Swinging the other leg. And then we're repeating all those exercises. So first leg, swinging, and you go a tiny bit further in the flexion. It's called a dynamic stretching. So it's releasing the hip flexors at the front and the hamstrings at the back and the lower back. And then the other leg, keep that lift through that chest. Squeeze around the standing knee. And then abduction, adduction. Remember, you can have the hands on the wall and then you can just focus on that mobility, not so much on that balance. Try not to look down, look forward. And then the other leg. Okay, and then just standing, feet hip width, and just start off easier. Point one foot, so that's flexing the hip, and the opposite arm coming forward. And then point the other foot. This is easier, keep looking straight ahead. A little bit harder is lift the leg up, pointed foot. A little bit harder is kicking, like you're kicking a goal. So you can do easy on your lower back, just slow and gentle, or you can do, some of you might do a bit more. And Melinda. Okay, you're on YouTube now. No, don't worry. Don't worry, don't get that. I'm not that famous. It's okay. There's probably no one will even watch it. Okay, maybe just you now. Okay. Okay, that's enough of hip flexion. Okay, this one is thumbs out, heel towards bottom. We do this quite a bit, just engaging the triceps and the hamstrings and the back of the spine here. So I'm doing a little pulse, straight elbows, and not like that. So it's trying to keep the arms quite tightly down behind you, shoulders pulled down and back, reach the crown of the head, and you're strengthening the muscles in the back of the knees, back of the thighs here. And then turn the shoulders in, like this. The thumbs are turning in. Shoulders pull down, and then turn the shoulders out. And then turn the shoulders in. Keep looking.
I'm having trouble in the nail, which is which.
You're having trouble? Oh, out.
Out
and in, out and in. She's having. Trudy just said something about you. Oh no! Oh, I won't put that on YouTube. Okay. She's taking her shirt off. Okay. No, the blokes around the corner. So just stop. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So, shirt in, out, in. Doesn't matter which way. So yeah, like that. And it's just oiling up the shoulders a bit. In, out, out. Okay, next one. Feet together. Sit down, bend your knees. Inhale, and then heels come up. Exhale. Find your own rhythm. Try to keep feet together. Let's try feet together. So we're working on balance. Toes, shoulders engaging at the front and back, calf muscles lengthening, calf muscles contracting. Lengthening and getting that blood flow moving, especially towards the brain, which is the key to the brain health, keeping good circulation. And overall health, not letting the blood get stagnant. So if you're over 40, anybody under 40? Okay. What are you, Sam? You 50? You're 50? We're the young ones. Were you born in 71?
For a change.
70. Oh, you're turning 51 this year. Okay, I'm the young one. I'm 50. So the youngest is 50. Oh, except Melinda, maybe. Yeah, maybe Melinda on the Zoom. Okay, I'm going to hold this one, balancing here, shoulders pull down. Okay, and then lengthening the calf. You can make it easier on your neck like this. You can make it harder, raising your arms up high. Just don't tense your neck and work into your leg muscles here. Putting some good weight into your bones. About 30 seconds, that's about 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bit of a shake one leg and shake your other leg. Okay, so the next one is working into our hip flexors. So at the front of your yoga mat, step your left leg back into a lunge. And then feet at the front and step your right leg back. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. You can just have your arms beside you, or you can keep your hands on your hips. If you want a little bit stronger, like in your heart, in your shoulders, you have your arms above your head. One arm up. I quite like one arm up. Actually, it's better to that one. Keep looking straight ahead, not at the floor. Good work. That's it. Okay. And then balancing that out, standing with feet together, hands to the hips, lifting your right leg up. Right leg up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well done. Left leg up, hips level. 10, shoulders down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Releasing. Right leg back. And the right arm up. Just taking a few breaths. Option is both arms up and looking up, but that's harder. Most people just look straight ahead. It's easier on your balance and your lower back. And then left leg back, left arm up. So looking straight ahead for most people. Some people, it's okay on the neck and the balance and the lower back to do that, but most people straight ahead, left leg back, left arm up. Good work. Okay, downward dog. If you're not doing downward dog, you can go and put hands on the wall. So downward dog or hands on the wall is fine. And just holding this stretch. Nothing like holding a good stretch. Clear out your head too. Straighten out your spine. And get a good stretch through your legs. Also, weight bearing in your upper body. So strengthening to your arms. Just keep your breath flowing. Most important thing. What's the most important thing in yoga?
Enjoy it.
Yeah, good. Correct. Make it feel good. Enjoy your body. You're never going to be younger than you are in this yoga class right now. So accept your body, love your body, enjoy where you're at, make it feel good, everything we do. That might mean doing a different pose or coming out of the pose earlier. Okay, now we're going to make our way to lying on our back, hugging our knees into our chest. Now have a strap around, because you probably need it soonish. So you're lying on your back with your feet in the air. First, hug the knees in first. Okay, and then feet in the air. And you can have your hands wherever you want. Under your bottom, beside you, behind your head. Now I want you to keep the right leg up and bring the left leg down onto the floor and both legs straight. Breathe and hold. Engage your core. Try to straighten out the legs as much as you can. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees in. Take a few deep breaths in and out into your belly. Okay, and then we're going to bring hands wherever you want, feet into the air again. So you won't be taking deep diaphragmatic breaths when you're using your core. And you're going to keep that left leg up now and bring that right leg down and hold with straight legs. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees in. Just give your hip flexors a break. Does that feel okay for your backs? Okay, if it was a bit too strong, just don't hold it for quite as, it doesn't need to be 10, 9. It could be 3, 2, 1. You can coordinate. Let's do it again. Legs in the air. Brace a few muscles. Keep the right leg up, bring the left leg down. If it gets too much, hug the knees in, otherwise hold for a little bit longer. 8. Try to get the leg on the floor, Susie. 3. Hug the knees in, have a break. So we're trying to build strength in the front and flexibility in the back for this exercise. Okay, and then we're both legs up, core switched on, lower the other leg, right leg down, left leg up. About 15 counts. 3, 2, 1. Hug the knees in. If your lower back's had enough, just hug your knees in, skip the last one. So that's an option. Actually, let's break it up. Let's do a bit of windscreen wiper before we do the last hold. Do 90-90 arms, internal, external rotation, and just loosening those muscles that were just contracting around the hips and the spine a bit here. Just being really clear of why are we doing, why would we get ourselves to yoga class? Why would we put all this effort in, time? Because we care about our body. We're trying to maintain some strength and flexibility. It's going to help us in our life. In our old age, we can have a great time if we keep our body in good condition, or as good as it could be. Okay, everybody, one more. Hug the knees in, and if you're skipping it, because your lower back says that's enough for today, just keep hugging your knees in. Otherwise, both legs up. Keep the right leg up, and see if you can straighten it a bit more, basically trying to do upside down splits. So at the end of the class, you'll all be doing the splits. That's what we're working towards. We'll be doing our best splits. Might not be very good. We'll do our best. Okay. And then we'll keep the core switch on. We'll swap straight over. Swap legs straight over. Keeping the core switched on. Keeping that leg strong, that leg on that floor nice and strong, like that. Upright, yeah. Turn. You've got to use the inner thighs. That's it. Okay, everybody. I reckon that's good. Hug your knees in. Okay, and then this one is called revolving belly pose, but we'll start off nice and easy with the feet on the floor and the arms out to the side. Nice and slow, feet and knees together, feet on the floor, and that's just nice and loosening. Don't overstretch in your lower back. If you want it to be a little bit loosening and a little bit strengthening, you can have your feet in the air. So then you've got to use your muscles a little bit more. Just be careful of your back. Go slowly and gently. You definitely overstretch or strain or injure your lower back here if you overdo it. We need to work on rotation, but a lot of the over 60s need to be really careful, or any age really, depending on your spine. The harder one is the straight legs, but some of you it's okay because you've done a lot of yoga and you're ready for that. So you've got to keep your core strong and also mobile. So working on both things. Well, no one's doing the straight-legged one here. When you've had enough, you just hug your knees in. Otherwise, a few more. Try to keep knees together, Cheryl. Work the inner knees. Good. Okay, everybody hug your knees in and relaxing. A few deep belly breaths. We're not using our core, we're just using our arms, so we can take a few deep breaths into our belly. Nice soft belly. Okay, now only if it's safe, rock up to sitting or a squat, or else roll to the side. We're coming into downward dog pose.
Try to get that stability through the shoulders, strong arms, feet about fist width. And I want you to lift your left leg up for a few breaths. Keep your hip bones level, one-legged dog. Upside down splits. And then swapping over to the right leg up. Okay, let's all have a break. If you can kneel comfortably, just go down to a child's pose. Or else you could put something behind your knees and you could have a block under your head, like that might be. Or you could just lie on your back and hug your knees in if you need. Okay, now that was the easier option of the next pose. So it was downward dog, leg in the air. I'm going to show you the harder option, just so you can see another option. It's similar, but it's a little bit stronger. So you need to have your mat out from the wall. And what you're doing is you're lifting your heels come up the wall, fist width. And then you're lifting your left leg up and you're trying to walk your hands. So that's a bit stronger in the legs, in the stretch, but also my back and my shoulders you might see my shoulder blades working hard, my thoracic. So that's an option, and some of you might try that and coordinate. Don't hold for too long because your arms got to do both. You've got to do both sides. So don't hold for too long on the first side because then you might fatiguing like this on the second side. And then have a rest. Or you can just stay in the middle of the room and just do that again. It's a bit easier on your shoulders. It's an option if you want to try the harder one. If you want to skip it, just ordinary old downward dog. You don't have to do one-legged dog. You can just skip, some of the exercises. So if you're doing it, your left leg goes up first. Yeah, that's it, Lynn. That's it.
Extreme yoga. Yeah.
So don't wait for me to tell you when to swap. Okay, remember I said coordinate how long you're going to hold, because it's your arms, it's your wrists, it's your neck, it's your shoulders, and too much will aggravate your neck. So don't do too. Remember you rest in a child's pose when you're finished. So it's working on flexibility, splits, hips level, Cheryl, and upper body strength, and blood flow to the brain.
It is harder on your arms.
Yeah, you've got to work your arms harder and your back muscles. Okay, when you're finished, you can watch me for the next exercise. It does involve balance, flexibility and strength. So I'll show you that one first. And if you want easier, find a chair, find the stage. So you have left leg, you have right leg first for this one. And then you have left leg. Harder is the wall. And the higher you get your leg, the harder it is actually to balance, and it's flexibility. And so not hip bones out, hip bones level. So find a wall or a chair, find a spot for yourself, and we're facing the wall. And just standing with a straight back. So we're not doing anything yet. We're all just going to come, find our spot, and just have a nice straight back. Tadasana, equal weight through the feet, focused mind. Okay, so first the right leg up on the chair or the wall at home, maybe the bed. Okay, and if you bring it higher, it is harder though at the wall. Okay, hands to the hips. Make sure your shoulders don't creep up towards your ears. Hold the shoulders down and look straight ahead. Lift your chest. Keep the breath going. You've got to really squeeze around the standing knee
all that weight going through that knee, really grip the muscles. Good, Sam, that's it. Okay, everybody, both feet together and arms down beside you. Taking a breath. It's not too much clutter there, is it okay? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, and then right other leg, left leg. Left leg up, hands the hips, and just never stop working on your balance. You know how important it is. It's going to be hard enough getting older just to, if you're in good condition. So imagine if you're not in good condition. Think about your future body. Promise to keep working on your balance and flexibility and strength and posture and focused mind, and grateful for every day you're healthy. Okay, everybody, both feet together. Okay, we've got one more balance on one leg. So it's going to be add on a rotation. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, have a quick look. It's right leg up and turning to the right. Okay, so right leg up and turning your body to the right. Basically trying to look over your right shoulder towards the wall behind you, but not forcing. Keep the tops of the shoulders down. You can bring that arm like that. It's not quite nice in the shoulders, that one. Keep that, reach the crown of the head, strong legs, squeeze around the knees. Next exhalation, final exhalation. Good, and then center up, feet together, take a breath, arms down beside you. Okay, then the other leg up. Yeah, good, you all coordinated that well. Turning the other direction. Well done. Taking a few breaths, keeping the spine mobile, keeping the legs strong. That arm behind you like that, Vicky. Yeah, that's it. And then next exhalation, final exhalation. Okay, and then hands on the wall, feet hip width, hands about as high as your head, above your shoulders, sinking your chest, so you're actually slightly arching now, slightly extending or slightly arching your spine. So actually go over here, Sam, so you can get your arms higher for that one. Yeah, that works well. Tall people, Pam and Vicky, that works really well there, if you're tall. Great. Spread the toes. Good, Yvonne, good height. Everybody's got the right height. Well done. Just a few more breaths, getting into the thoracic without over tensing, but start feeling it in your shoulders, feeling it in your thoracic, middle back. Next exhalation, final exhalation. Go a little bit further if your body will let you. Okay, and coming out of that one. Now I've got one advanced one. It's just an option. It's basically doing what you just did then, but hands where your feet were, feet where your hands were. Or you can just do downward dog, one more hold. So it's either that with a straight back. Okay, or if you feel confident for that, or just one more downward dog. Also, you can just put hands on the wall again. You don't have to do any of it. You can just do having a rest as well. Good, Vicky. That's it, Sam, good. Feet closer, Jessie. Feet, yep. That's good, Julie, that's it. Okay, so back to your yoga mat and step the right foot forward through the hands. Now, if you have two blocks, it's going to really help with this one. Other options are, if it feels too much for you, like this, that's easier. This is harder. Right foot forward, low lunge. Just flexibility in the hip flexors, the left hip flexors, the left back leg, stretching the front of the hip there. Try to keep your chest lifted. The blocks really help to get the lift and the alignment, so it's better for your spine.
Get those 2 blocks, Vicky, yeah. A little bit more height there through the blocks, Don and Julie. Use the full blocks. Yeah, you still a bit roundness. Use the height of the blocks. Bit more lift through the full height, like that, yeah. Good, Susie, that's it. Let's get the chest. You don't want to be rounded, so get a bit more height there, Vicky, so you get that lift through the chest. That's better. That's better for your neck too. Okay, and your breathing. Okay, back to downward dog, just for a couple of breaths. Just a couple of breaths. No, it's gentle yoga, but it's not really gentle, is it? It's quite strong. But, you know, we've got to get into the bones. Don't want fluffy yoga. Okay, so we're going to have the left foot forward. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yep, that's it. Yeah, so let's see spines extended, not rounded. So that's why the blocks help, or hands on the chair helps. That's it, good, that's it. Don't overstretch the groins. Oh, did you do the other leg there? Yeah. That's it. Nice. Okay, back to downward dog. Yep, getting tired, Sam. Okay, now we got the right leg forward, but we're not lunging. We're coming up to have a straight back and straight leg. Standing up, we're standing up. Right foot forward, we're standing up. Right foot forward. Okay, this is where 2 blocks or a chair will really help too. So if you're really flexible, you won't need anything, but most people aren't flexible. Most people are a bit stiff. Nothing wrong with that. And you don't want to overstretch. Okay. So exhale. Hands on hips, stretching forward. Don't round out too much. You're trying to keep this right leg straight but not locked back. Okay, so this is where hands on the chair or blocks. Some of you, the floor is fine, but most people, I think the blocks or a chair, not that one yet, Mary, just stretch straight forward first. Maybe use the wall even. Yeah, we're not going to the rotation right now. Yeah, good question. Samantha said, are we supposed to be feeling it? Sam. Is that what your mum calls you, Samantha? Samantha. Behind the right leg, yes, that's the stretch, but don't overstretch. Behind the right leg is the stretch, and the lower back a bit lengthening. Okay. Now, strong core to lift your body out of that pose, and then swapping to the left foot forward. And then slowly going forward. Hands on the hips or hands on the blocks, the wall, the floor, a chair. And just don't overstretch. You're trying to keep the left leg straight and stretch forward over the front leg and keep the lift out of the lower spine. And don't overstretch. Be careful because that's not good for your back, overstretching, or your hamstrings. Yes, the back calf, some of you will feel it in the back calf muscle as well. You can always step the foot in a touch, the back foot, in a little bit, Jess, the back foot. So you want to get the back heel grounded down. Okay, final exhalation, next exhalation. And then strong core to lift your body out. Get standing up straight. I'm going to show you the next one. Okay, now I'm going to show you easier. Would look like this. Left leg up, hands on the wall. Or you could have hands on a chair. Pretend I have a chair there.
Okay, or hands on the block. So it's left leg up. I've got hands on the floor, but obviously I'm a yoga teacher, so that's okay for my back. But most people, you'll be like this, and it could strain your back. Let's keep it safe. Yoga for life. So it's left leg up, hands on the wall, or the chair, or the blocks, or the floor. Left leg up. Just the important thing is it's right for your body, not worrying about what other people's bodies are doing. And you don't want to have weight in the arms, so really you should be able to take your hands off the blocks and still balance into Warrior 3 for a couple of breaths. So strength and balance and flexibility. Okay, strong core to back to standing. Okay, and if you're a bit wobbly and you're a bit stiff and you don't think you're very good at yoga, the good news is you get more benefits. So if you're not very good at it and it's challenging for you, it's one of the best things you can do ever for your brain and your body. Okay, so just do your best and don't overdo it. So it's the right leg up now, hands on the blocks, the wall, the chair, mobiles on silent. Yeah, hips level. See if you keep hips level, and then you use your glutes a bit more. Yeah, and your core a bit more. That's what you want. So you should be able to try Warrior 3, some of you, with your hands on your hips or hands in the air. Challenge your balance a bit more. Okay, everybody. Strong core to come back to the standing, back to Tadasana. So I'm showing you the next one is what I don't want to see. So it'll be right leg forward, and what I don't want to see is look at people looking like this. Okay, back heel up, spine all rounded and off centre. Okay, so this is what I do want to see. Some of you, your hands on one block like that. Some of you, your hands on a wall like that, or the chair, the left hand. So I want to see straight back. So only put your hand on the floor if you have you've got to have flexibility in the left thoracic, the right abductors, the calf muscles. So I'm going to go right foot forward, get your alignment, get your stability through your lower body, get your feet, get roots through your feet, your inner thighs. So nice straight back and coming forward. You might have a wall or a chair in front of you. Okay, and then left hand on the wall or the chair or the block. And then you can keep the right hand on the hip, or you can bring your right hand towards the ceiling. So that's the reverse triangle, and you could strain your back if you strain or go too much forward and rotate. So keep that length and keep it therapeutic. It's just keep it like it's very good for you. It's yoga for life. It's enjoyable. It feels good. Good. That turns out that way, that way, that way, that way, that way. Yep. Yep. Good, Yvonne. Okay, turn that shoulder out that direction. Okay, strong core to lift out of the pose. Okay, and then just swap the legs over. So it's left foot forward. Get the block where you want it. Okay, open your wings. Get your roots through your feet. Take a breath there. Find your stability through your core, feet, inner thighs. And then exhale, you turn the other direction into reverse triangle. The other way, that way, that way. Yep. Let's see those nice straight backs. The more your legs feel stable, the more your spine actually relaxes into it. Stable foundations. Step the back heel in a bit. Ground, no, foot in. Yeah, more. Get the grounding through the back heel. So you might need to step the back foot in. You've got to get the roots through the back heel. Yeah. Okay. Everybody coming out of the pose. Okay. And then we're going to stand at the front of the yoga mat. With good posture. If you want to slow down aging in your spine and degenerative changes, try to be as balanced as you can in your posture. Okay, if you want to speed up aging and thinning in the disc and degenerative disc,
have bad posture like this a lot of the time. Shallow breathing, downward pressure, prolapse disc, prolapse pelvic floor, not as much blood flow to the brain, age accelerating. Let's slow down, let's decelerate, let's slow it down. So trying to keep everything healthy. And good posture is a lot to do with health. Of course, you look younger as well, and you actually look more confident and feel more confident. And you all know how important it is. Okay, so going to exhale and then raise the arms up. Lift out of the lower spine. This simply is amazingly. Just do this. Lift, lift, lift. Oh, okay, and go forward. Slowly. Remember your head's heavy. Slowly exhale. And then back to the downward dog pose again, stepping back, but just for 2 breaths. Okay, and then we're going to come and sit on our bottoms. And then legs out in front of you, and then point gently. So don't point so hard that the arches of the feet go into cramp. And then flex, gently flex back your feet. Look at your feet. Point, is one foot, is one ankle more flexible? Look at your knees. Is one knee doing something, is in misalignment? Is one knee turning out and one straight? Is one knee turning in? Are they both turning out or in? Try to keep the feet, the ankles, the knees straight. And just point and pause. Take a few breaths in the pointing. I want you to work more on that pointing of the feet, and then every now and then do a little flex back and then hold in the point. Maybe one stiffer needs a bit more. Okay, so that's the easier on the ankle option for the ankle stretch. Okay, this one's a bit stronger for ankle stretch. So you see I'm kneeling, I'm lifting one leg up and then the other leg up. Or you can lift both knees up. You can do one, a little bit of one, a little bit of the other one, both knees. Just be careful of not overstretching. Stick with what you're doing, or maybe do a bit of this one. But trying to keep our ankles flexible, especially if you do a lot of walking, if you work on your feet or you're on your feet a lot. Just don't overstretch. Okay, and then back to downward dog again. Climbing back to downward dog again. Okay, now we're going to step the right foot through the hands. Don't worry if you can't get it through. Now you might need a blanket under your left knee. So if your knee doesn't feel comfortable on the hard floor, put a blanket under your left knee, and then most of you, the 2 blocks, so you're not rounded too much here. So hands on the blocks of the floor, and then turn the right foot out and in. Don't overstretch the right hamstrings. Keep that slight lift through the chest, slight pull in through your thoracic spine, lift over the lower spine, or the belly button, the waist, the lower lumbar. And just hold for a few more breaths, stretching forward a bit more, but don't hunch too much. Keep a lift. Switch on your core, coming out. Okay, and then step back to downward dog. Left foot forward through the hands. If you need something under your right knee, a bit more padding. Okay. And then turn the left foot out and in. Good, good. The blocks help with this one. And use your strap actually, Samantha. You can call me Jacqueline. Okay. I don't know why my parents, they call me Jacqueline, but no one's ever called me that. Okay, but it's actually prettier than Jackie, but I feel pretentious. I like Jacqueline, and Jackie's so boring. But I just feel too pretentious to say, I'm Jacqueline, for some reason. Just, Jackie. Okay. But it's a prettier name. I tried to do it for a while, but just couldn't do it. Hold the stretch for a few more breaths. Oh, you guys can be Pamela. I'm Pamela.
I'm Juliana.
Juliana. Ooh, that's beautiful. Final exhalation. And then cat-cow. If you want, you could also do up dog, down dog. And you can go into feet pointed and then flexed if you want. That's just another option. It's a bit stronger. No one's taken the stronger option. Okay. Okay, so we're ready for the grand finale. We're all ready for the splits. So you've got to use your arms and your upper body a bit. So we could have two blocks as well. So that would look like this with the two blocks. So you have, so if you're a bit stiffer, that might be a split. So you're using your arm muscles a bit. Okay, and if you're a bit more flexible, obviously that's as far as I can go. You know, that's not the split. So you're trying to keep your hips straight, and I'm not interested in extreme levels of flexibility, but I am interested, stretching is good for you. It's good for your body. Okay, so having a go, right leg forward. Right leg forward. It doesn't really matter.
I'm already in left. I'm committed to left.
Yeah, she'll stick with left. You're committed. You're in. Now, it's a 1 minute hold, by the way, so don't overstretch and be careful with it. It's pretty extreme. It's not exactly gentle. It's meant to be gentle yoga, but...
Your back foot on the top of your foot?
Yeah, on the top of the back foot. On the top. The back foot, toes are tucked under. So think splits, like a gymnast. The back foot pointing, not toes tucked under, I should say. Yeah. The back foot pointed. The back foot pointed. Yeah. The back foot pointed. See if you can like Barbara, like Maddie, like that, like Madeline.
Me? What?
The back foot.
Me? I've not got it right.
Oh.
Okay, final for your breaths. Yes, that's the splits. It's called Hanumasana in yoga. Okay. Now, it's not very graceful getting out of there. Just crawl out, climb out, get out of there somehow. Have a break. And then we'll do the other leg. So most of it's the left leg. The left leg forward. And it's not about who's more flexible. Being good at yoga is not about that. It's like in life. It's not about who's the richest. It's who's having the most fun. Who's happy and grateful and enjoying where they're at, doing their best, trying to feel good.
I just have to do a half on my knee won't go.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you can have the knee on the floor. Is that right?
Yeah. Sorry, obviously didn't explain it very well before. So the back knee can be down, so then the arms don't need to work as hard. Just be careful and mindful, not overstretching. Just push it a bit and try to relax into it. Just nearly there for this side.
And then there's no more stretching and no more contracting. It's just nice and softening and relaxing for the rest of the class. Final exhalation. So you're all doing the splits. Okay, slowly coming out. And if I put this on YouTube, you do it every day for a year, you probably will be doing the split. Don't worry. I don't think that would be healthy to do that every day. And just folding, if your body can do it, child's pose. So child's pose is not contracting, it's not stretching, everything's softening. If you're not comfortable, you can lie on your back, hug knees in. You can have a block under your head, you can have something behind your knees, and there are ways you can be comfortable in child's pose. Okay, and tell your body, well done, you've worked hard, you've done a lot of work on balance, flexibility and strength in the front of the hip, in the back of the hip, and now everything just going to slack, soft, letting go. If you're still comfortable, stay for a bit longer in child's pose. If it gets a bit uncomfortable, just lie on your back, hug your knees in. It's your knees, your ankles. Diaphragmatic breathing, you're not using your core, so breathing into your belly. Okay, if you're in child's pose, use your arms to come up. Now, if you have a yoga strap, do it up into a loop. So the loop, if you don't know how to do up the strap, I'll come and help, but otherwise, do it up into a loop. And I'll just show you, this is really nice. So you put the loop around your thoracic. So see my shoulder blades, my upper back, so under the armpit. And then I'm going to tighten it, and then it's just holding my knees, and I can just let go of my leg. My legs are just being held in. And I can do Shavasana arms, might tighten it a little bit more. So I'll come and try to help you, but if you can just get there, it's just going to hold your knees in for you. You've got to fiddle around a bit with it to get it right. But once you've got it right, it's like just holding your legs. And so it's a kneeling pose, but no pressure on the ankles and knees. And it's softening those hip flexors, which is really good for them right now, and those hamstrings. And you can go into a bit of a relaxed state, a rested. Okay, I'll try to help you with your straps. If you can't organise it, just hug the knees in. But if you can, try to get it right. And then you can just totally let go. Yeah. Does it feel good in the lower back too? Yeah. 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 So wherever the strap is, if it feels good, if it's just holding your legs there, it doesn't really matter where it is. Oh yeah, you got one of the thin, you got a short people strap. Next time you need a navy blue one, if we do. Yeah.
Yeah, these ones even, tall people.
The other one had nothing on it. I couldn't tie it up. So I'll grab this one. Yep, I'll get glue next.
Can you let it go now? Oh, yeah.
Just try and get it tight.
Yeah. And try to have your feet just not one foot over the other. Just, yeah. Is that strap not working?
Oh, it just keeps slipping.
It shouldn't slip.
I probably got
Yeah,
it
it's got the wrong way. Yeah, it's got to be the teeth, got to be the right way to hold it. Yeah. It's got to be like that.
Teeth first.
Anyway, that's holding now.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, yeah.
thank you.
If you're comfortable, just 1 more minute. Try to have palms up and try to let go. The sacrum. Yeah, you don't want it in the lumbar. Yeah. Yeah. So sacrum feels, I think it's either shoulder blades or sacrum. There's another variation where you have it behind your neck as well. But that's a bit, I don't like it as much. There's lots of little variations of this, but shoulder blades are good. Sacrum, lower spine. Okay, I'll show you the next one. It's very, very rejuvenating, and it still involves the strap. So have a look at what I'm doing. I'm going to do up the strap, just tightening it, so it's basically holding my ankles, but don't do that yet, don't do that yet. Get yourself over, I'm at the wall, so I'm already at the wall. So get your mat back to the wall. See how I've tied my ankles together? And then I'm going to pop a block or a bolster or a blanket or a few pillows at home under my sacrum. And now your legs are sort of just held in it and actually can let go a bit more. All the muscles can let go a bit more. So try to find a wall somewhere and just sneak in to, there's a wall there, Samantha, right, that one there. And then you can get 3 across that blue one. You can actually come over here, Vicky. Just come over here next to Julie. Or the door is the door's okay. So you can get your legs up, then put the strap on. You can not worry too much about the strap. Mainly just get your legs up. And we'll hold this for about, when you're all there, about 4 minutes. And this will help to get into that relaxed state a bit further into it. So child's pose, knees in, Balasana, Uppanasana, Viparita Karani, then Shavasana. So asana, it means posture. Yeah. And then try to quieten down, Susie strap, quieten down the head and just watch yourself breathe. Breathe in, breathe out, letting go. And just like everything we've done with our balance, our flexibility and our strength, if you feel like holding your attention, just focusing on your breath, if you find that's quite hard to do, then you only need it more, all the more reason to keep practicing holding your attention on your breath. Because you know your head's even more important than doing the splits. It's more important to have a steady, calm mind, and less distractions, and Just calming the system, resetting from all that stress and fear in the world. Just keep bringing your awareness back. Relax the face or soften the facial muscles a bit more. Stare your eyeballs. 1 more minute in the pose. Let go more on the jaw and the tongue and the throat. Just feeling your belly move. Okay, everyone. Bend your knees, get out of your strap, because the final pose, your feet, I just want Shavasana. I just want your feet to be just turned out like this, just nice and floppy, everything. And if you're comfortable with no props, that's fine. A lot of people, something behind your head, something behind your knees. But if you're comfortable without props, it's quite nice. Just flat on your back. So that last bit of quality time for yourself. Connecting into yourself, plugging in, connecting. Yes, flexibility is important. Working on our body, but working on just finding peace and connection in ourselves, of course, is the most important thing. And so we're doing a little bit of that here, and we don't need to be good at it. Just do it because you know it's a good reset and you know it's good for your health on a deeper level. When you get into the relaxed state on a deeper level, it's incredibly good for lowering inflammation, which is incredibly good for our immune system. And we know how important that is, our immune system. We can't just rely on vaccines. We need to just be as strong as we can be in our bones, in our body, in our... I've had a vaccine, I've got 1 more to go, but I also know you can't totally rely on that. You know, you've got to get your body strong. You've got to deal with stress, because stress is not good for us. And we've got to just be as healthy as we can be. So relax our face, heavy eyeballs. You might need to take some slow, deep breaths, and especially slow exhalations, anti-anxiety medication, a higher dose of your anti-anxiety medication with those slow exhalations. But maybe you don't need anything, maybe just natural breathing is enough for now. Tuning into your hip lower back area, which had a lot of work done on it. And so hopefully you didn't overstretch, because you might get a bit twingy in your back, and that's okay. Just know next time, just be a bit more careful. So don't make the same mistakes over and over in yoga or in life. Just get it right for you. Learn maybe sometimes to go a little bit easier with the stretching. If you got it right, you'll walk more freely. When you go for a walk later, you feel like, oh, I'm walking more freely, I'm breathing more freely, my hips are freer, my spine. Just keep feeling your body right now, focusing on right now, your whole body breathing in and out. Two more minutes, quality time, connecting inward, rejuvenating, plugging in, resetting, and healing. One more minute. Just ease out. Acknowledge the commitment, the discipline that you've got. Feel good about that. When you're ready, hug your knees in slowly. Those of you on YouTube who actually got through that whole class, well done. Please let me know if you want more of this, because I actually teach 11 classes a week. So it's very easy for me just to record them and upload them onto YouTube. So just let me know, or it's probably a bit too long for YouTube. But let me know anyway, and I can put lots of good classes up for you. There's plenty to choose from. So I hope you enjoyed that one. Bye.